Ooh, look like we are live and direct this one today. Ooh, look at there. All right, all right, all right. Family, what's going on? It's at the Roundtable Podcast Show. We are on. It is 6:01 on a Wednesday. I don't know about y'all, but this Wednesday has been interesting.
Very much. Very much.
I can hear it in
So
y'all
how everybody,
voices.
oh yeah. I don't like to wish my days away like we were talking earlier, but the day couldn't go by quick enough.
That is what's up. Well, I have to give these introductions where it's due. We've got the pit bull in the dress. She's right up. Well, the way these screens are, she's right. Yeah, she's right up there waving and stuff. It is Melissa
Not the
Bartlett.
precious wave.
Yeah,
Not the
you seen
precious
that,
wave,
didn't you?
Belly Bell.
Yeah, yes, and she did. And do yeah. All right, Melissa Bartlett, what's going on, sis?
Brothers, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I can't complain. I just want to I'm grateful for people who care, and it means something to mean something. And I'm just going to put that out there. Thank you so much to everyone who read my personal page and inboxes and text messages and phone calls and
Mhm.
sometimes even being on social media, people will comment or, but I really feel that everyone that commented um, meant it. And you guys have no idea how much it meant to me, how much it helped me, how much it uplifted me. And so I am extremely grateful to mean something to somebody. So thank you so much. So between that and the day and the anticipation of being online with you guys, I'm great. I am ready.
Good, good. Glad to hear that.
Mhm. Yes,
Glad to
indeed,
hear
boy.
that.
She meant that. Dang,
Mm-hmm.
it's a blessing to have you with us. I'm telling you, it's
Yes,
just,
yes.
oof, it is something. But I know how we do. We always have to have
Yes,
this
sir.
big introduction. A big introduction. We gotta have this big
Got
introduction
to.
from
Got
this
to.
from this brother that be pontificating. Yes, pontificating.
Where my pen at?
Oh, yeah, write it down because that's what he do on things that happen near and far. He pontificates on things near and far.
Whoop,
It
whoop.
is
Silly.
Adrian A Money Bitter. Why do we call him A Money?
Call him A Money because he brings the facts. He is the researcher and he does what he does. And when he brings it to the at the round table, we can bank on it that it is going to be so.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know what?
What's up?
I I I love y'all. And I'm not just saying that just to be saying it. The listener got me in my feelings now.
I
But
know. I ain't here.
but I really do appreciate the time that we are on here together. It's almost like catching up, and then also it's it's like fun being at work. It's like work, and then it's not work. But it is certainly a pleasure to be back on with you both as well, and just giving thanks for it. And
Amen.
last but not least, the gentleman below me and Melissa, the conductor, the man that stirs the drink himself, Mr. Urban, Kerry Disby.
What's going on, family? It is man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm just glad that this day led up to this right here, because I'm gonna tell you it's been rough, it's been rough, it's been rough. But
Yes.
we get the opportunity to kind of fellowship with each other. I had yeah, our family got some news last night. Another matriarch gone on to glory. But we know that she did an amazing job here and she sowed a lot of seeds. So, it's all good. One thing she would tell, you know, she ain't take no mess and she was like, press on. So we gonna press on in all things that we do. And I had to do a post about that not too long ago about the challenges which leads to evolution. I mean, we press on, y'all. We do it for them and their memories. So uh and I apologize, y'all, to the Facebook fam, because normally we have, like, guests and things of that nature. But one of the things we kind of switch it up, and today we wanted to kind of like just vibe and talk with so much that's going on. And it's called What You Talking About Wednesday. And basically, we're off the cuff. It's your time to get it off your chest, say whatever you got to say. We want to talk about Black History Month, talk about Black History Month. We want to talk about Biden, talk about Biden. Whatever you want to talk about, we want to chill and we want to chit chat with you. Uh-oh. Is that who I see? Hey, Bridget, what's going on?
I am getting comfortable on What You Talking About Wednesday. I'm taking off my Converse. I'm taking my Chucks off.
Take the Chucks and the pearls off because it's about to go down up here.
Well,
What you talking about Wednesday?
Not the
Chucks. The Chucks off.
Mm-hmm.
Got my toes wiggling so I can appreciate the conversation and enjoy it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Shouts out to my niece Terry, my sis, Bridget Bartlett Bridget Bartlett Royal. She is married. And with Triple B and Black Bridal Bliss and Black Baby Bliss. Definitely is a future guest we need to have on the show, not because she's family, but because of the great things that she's done, and being, in that world of magazines and editorials, and she's given samples to different organizations. She's traveled. She's appeared in books. My sister-in-law is a very humble person. You would never know her resume had so much on it. So definitely one of those people that we need to have on as well. Hey everybody. I can't say it how she says it.
Hey Mahogany. Hey, well, you know what? Since you were missing you said sister-in-law?
Yes.
Yes. Well, and Carrie, correct me if I'm wrong, but hey, we could bring on guests right now too, right? Like maybe a little preview if she choose to want to join us.
Oh yeah. All she got to do is be ready and able, and I'll send her the link right now. We can do that real quick. And she wants to pop on, we'll bring her up in the screen. She gets the opportunity to chit chat and pontificate on today's topic, which is what you talking about.
That's his word.
Yes. Ooh, that's a good point. Bridget just dropped some knowledge. Bridget, if you want to be on, just let us know so we can bring you on. But she just said it herself. That's a very, very good statement. Very true statement. Thank you.
It is. A matter of fact, with her bringing that up, let me give a brief shout out to my partner in crime, Chris Page, who has lost his father about a week and a half ago. I don't think I got the chance to mention that. No. So, prayers to you, brother, and keep doing what you're doing. Definitely got you in prayer.
Yes, sir. Crystal Coxton, what's going on, cuz? Thank you for joining us on At the Round Table. Thank you. We appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. Oh, she said thank you. Oh, reaching out to Melly Mel. Oh, wow. Lisa, what's going on, Lisa? Thank you for joining us on At the Round Table podcast show. Wow.
Oh, we miss you too.
We do. Yeah, we miss Lisa. Man, my dad still talk about Lisa. All the work. She always helped him.
Oh, really?
Man. Yeah, man. Every time he would go down there, she was the person that he would contact, reach out to. So yeah, thank you, Lisa, for joining us. We miss you.
And I was gonna say that when Adrian was talking about working but not working, I miss coming in the office with you too. I really, really do. Don't necessarily miss the office, but I miss working with you.
Exactly. Right back at you. Yeah, Lisa has such a lovely spirit about herself, which I had a chance to work with her a little longer, but it doesn't, those type of people that you come across, you almost know instantaneously how they conduct themselves, that they're real good people. So shout out to you, Lisa. Appreciate you joining us.
Yes, indeed. Can we do it next week? I really want to do it. Let's see. I think, and I got to get with the partners in crime about a potential guest next week, but that would be kind of cool to get both of y'all on there. We could do a twofer. I think it'd be pretty cool because you can ask some questions as well. Mm. Mm. And she'll enjoy this guest. She'll enjoy this guest. Trust and believe. She's gonna be like, what? Yep. Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
At this man cave.
That is good. Oh man, that's amazing right there, man. That's something. Hey, that's how the marriage stays. You know, sometimes you gotta separate to come back together stronger. Just like
That's what I
Stretch
believe
Armstrong.
in.
Yeah, yes indeed. Yes. Charlie Twos, what's going on?
Hi,
Hey, Charlie.
Going
Charlie.
on? Charlie, tonight's topic is what you talking about Wednesday. So throw up a topic. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go into it, whether it be 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatever sort. We're gonna let the masses talk about it. Oh, that's gonna be good. Oh, Lisa, means the world to us as well. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate you.
I just want to say to any and all people who have, lost a loved one. I got a chance. Bridget and I lost a cousin on their side, and I was able to watch the services via Facebook. The funeral home streamed the service. And, to say that out loud, to think about how just improper that would be. Oh my God, like really? You want to stream a funeral on Facebook? 2 years ago would have never crossed my mind. 3 years ago would have probably taught mad cash on it. Like, you serious? Like, that's not a time for someone to do that. I was very grateful yesterday to be, I couldn't be with the family, but I was grateful to have that option to do it. So the pandemic has definitely changed how we think. It's pushing our boundaries to be outside the box, the comfortable zone, a way of doing things. And you start realizing how important, getting together with each other while you are alive, while you are able to touch and hug and laugh and share a meal. It's important to do that, So yeah.
I agree.
Definitely. The whole dynamic of life has changed because of at the round. Well, not just at the round table, but because hopefully we change lives. Yeah. Oh yeah, we changing lives. We changing lives. I mean, hey, Lisa just said it herself. I mean, as far as think about it, because originally, family, words born, we were running around trying to schedule rooms. Melissa was hard at it, scheduling podcast studios and rooms and everything of that nature. And because of that, I mean, we've been able to kind of like circumvent that and be together now. And hopefully, I think we've been stronger because of being like this, because we get to do it more frequently and people get to chime in more. And we got a topic. Hopefully y'all ready.
What?
Well, hold on. Let me bring up. Thank you, Bridget. Yeah, most definitely. So, oh wow, they're coming in. Same. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. Our condolences. It seems like everything is happening right now. Yeah. Golly. Okay, I'm bringing it up. Hold on. Okay. All right. This Crystal just said.
Oh, God.
Talk about the term "good old boys." This term has been used so much in the office. I feel very uncomfortable to the point where my fist may develop Tourette syndrome. Crystal.
All right. So who wants to step into this one first? Good old boys. So Crystal, is this a term that's going on? You said this is used in your office. Is it used amongst? You got to explain this before we get into this right here, because the terms and views that are expressed here on at the Roundtable Podcast Show are not necessarily the terms and views elsewhere. You can get that out there, the disclaimer.
This is just Pitbull's opinion, okay? Good old boys for me. It has probably a deeper it touches a deeper nerve from growing up in Montgomery, Alabama,
Mm,
where the residue of civil rights movements was just still in the air. I was young, but I still saw things in my family, my great aunts, they talked around us and to us.
mm,
So good old boys are one of those terms that, first when I think of it or I hear it, I think of, Southern white men, and pickup trucks, white t-shirts, and like either the overalls or jeans, and becoming an adult, maturing, growing, and actually being exposed to different things. I had a hybrid life where I had my roots in the South, and then I was, grew up to an adult in the North. Um, Describe a person, okay, customers. So it makes me think of some type of a group, um, almost like a society where
Uh,
you know
mhm.
you get to do what you kind of want to do, or you have your own set of rules, and you can, you know, pretty much execute them without any repercussions. Um, Landon said, "White men wearing sheets."
white man wearing sheets. Okay, Lynn.
Corporate America, in the industry that I am
Hmm.
right now, we have said it in the office, and not so much coming from a racist or a prejudice point, but coming more from that kind of like, hey, you know what? They have their own set of rules, they have their own agenda, and it's kind of just pushed down on you without thinking or feeling how it would affect you. Um, and so, I have two different views about that. I have the corporate America, good old boys definition, and then I have my Montgomery, Alabama, good old boys. And so the good old boys, what a lot of people are commenting now, that's my Alabama, one. But let's not forget about the good old boys in corporate America. And not to say that they don't share a common thread, but it's just handled a different way.
What's going on, Robert? Thank you for joining us at the round table. Hey, man.
Hey, Robert. Well, my take on it is a little different from Melissa's because I was indoctrinated as she was. Being in the South, that terminology is kind of prevalent around here. I I grew up watching the Dukes of Hazzard just because they had a fast car,
Me too.
the theme song to it, just some good old boys,
Dun, 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 dun.
never meaning no harm,
Dun, dun, dun,
driving
dun,
around,
dun.
driving around in an orange car with a Confederate flag on it.
Right. They
It was a
called the
dot. It
General
was
Lee.
Yes, it was an indoctrination. So me growing up, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. My parents, on the other hand, educated me a little bit differently to some of the meanings and the history that was involved with that.
Hmm.
Um, that being said, as I have been on this earth for roughly about 40 plus years, knock on wood, I continue to get educated and see a different side of what that terminology means. And the longer that I'm here, the more to me, and this is my personal opinion, derogatory that particular term is, just off the actions that I've been seeing over the last couple of years. And I
Wow.
could be wrong, but I'm just going off of what I'm seeing. And I haven't really had I can't say I had the interaction with um, anyone who used that terminology in a good or bad way to this point, but just going off some of the actions that I have been seeing of late,
Mm.
it's horrible.
Wow.
I think a lot of people say it how the song, just the good old
Mm,
boys, never, not,
mm-hmm,
not never meaning to harm anyone, and not trying to
mm-hmm,
cause trouble. I think like that is the whole issue. It's
Mm.
like just because you didn't mean to do it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. That may not have
Mm.
been your intention, but it was the result.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have to address that kind of stuff. What about you,
And then
Gary?
some things.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm astounded by the comments that are coming in and just listening and reading at the same time. Like Crystal was just mentioning, she said it's very hard to do her job because it puts her in a funk. And when she's told that that this is a good old boy, Terry just said the craziest thing to me is that people believe that racism is on the decline, and that's just not true. While people may no longer be legally able to do certain things, they have not dispersed, so to speak. Racist people, especially in the South, are alive and well. This comes from somebody from California. Wow,
California, Cali girl.
she's a Cali girl, so
If
she definitely say that.
And the
Oh
only way. Oh, go ahead.
no, I'm just tripping off the comment. I had to share that with y'all because they're on fire right now. I think that was
Hmm.
an interesting topic to bring up. Customers' reaction when they realize that I am of African descent sets me back about 400 years, making me think that I'm about to go pick some cotton. Woo wee! Oh my goodness. Mm,
I think
wow.
all
See.
of us have had customer service jobs, or we are providing a service. I'm still providing a service. I may not be face to face or on the phone with customers on a regular, but I am still providing a service. And the internal and the external customer um, that is not Black or Latino, or, like,
Mm,
if you are white, I think being non-white, you automatically kind of put a defense up because you don't know what you're going to
mhm,
get. And so I am friends with a multitude of different types of people, different backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, different races, and I'm glad of that. Because I get to see and get to know that just because there's one jerk doesn't mean that everyone is the same. You know what I mean? Um, but it is hard when you got 4 or 5 back to back to back, and then boom, you got to find this good person. But then you have to put that spotlight on you. We see some of our own people that we are very embarrassed by their behaviors, some of their actions, certain things that they've said, and we have to make sure that we are not, um, you know, grouped into that type of behavior as well. So, it goes both ways. It goes both
That's
ways. And
true.
I'm not trying to, smooth it over by any means, but I'm just saying, talking about good old boys and the
Hmm.
racism and some of the actions and the behavior, some of the not even so much racism, but the bias and prejudice actions
mhm.
that come.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
we have some people of our own skin that have the same views and do the same things.
Mm,
Yeah.
And we
mm,
have
Very
seen it.
well said.
We have seen it.
yeah.
Very well said.
Ooh. So Mahogany said racism has not gotten anybody, excuse me, any better. And unfortunately, the last few years, people have felt even more comfortable showing their true colors. But I'm glad to see the true colors coming out. Let me know who you really are so I know what I'm dealing with. Um, that brings up an interesting topic as well, because, and I just throw that out there. And I think, thank you, Crystal, for bringing up the topic, because I think it's, aptly put for Black History Month and stuff. But check this out. So I'm on Facebook, and I don't have a lot of fans. I'll be the first one to say it and stuff. I'm comfortable, but the people that I do have, I think that they are of a certain. We're cool. I'm not gonna say kindred spirit, whatever sort, but we're cool, And sometimes, I always believe in purging twice a year. All right, but this time I got to purge right on the get because of what I saw this person post on their Facebook page. And granted, Facebook is yours. You can do whatever you want. If you want to go out there and post, like I get on certain people about going out there and putting your family business out there on Facebook and this, that, and the third, because it sheds a negative light, and especially on us. But at the same time, I saw this particular post, and this person was validating everything that happened January the 6th. They were co-signing on the fact about the fraud. They were co-signing on the fact that it was robbed. They were very cool about storming the Capitol and looking for heads. Because somebody had posted about, we're gonna hunt them down, we're gonna get Pelosi and blah blah, and they co-signed on that. I had to cut that off. I went ahead and I unfriended them immediately. Okay, because like I tell people, in my house, that spirit shall not occupy. But unfortunately, I've had to do that twice, and we know the complexion. So I think it's interesting that even Mahogany said that. I'd rather know you now rather than assume later. And it's unfortunate because with everything going on, racism is not done. It's not over with. It's been hidden for so long, and then another person's agenda has actually allowed it to come to the forefront, and now they're comfortable with it. Like, I don't know if y'all saw it, but LeBron just got into an altercation verbally at the game the other night with courtside Karen. Why? I didn't understand it. Why would you stand up and defend your husband? He's a grown man. He's a multi-millionaire. Grown man arguing with LeBron. Then all of a sudden you want to get up and curse him out and then cause further issues for you to get kicked out. And that's been prevalent as well.
I think that we have to be honest about Karen's, and let's be honest about, what and why and how this happened. Let's go back to the civil rights movement. I had a conversation with my daughters about this. It's sad, but if white women, the women's right movement was not coupled with our civil rights movement, the civil rights movement would not have taken place. It would not have been passed. Okay? So let's not forget that. And a lot of people don't want to talk about that because they just want to talk about our ancestors and our soldiers, our frontline people who were on the line. But even out of all of that, it was the women's rights movement that helped propel or help usher in, or we got to kind of couple under with getting it passed. And so you have people of influence that can do good, and you have people of influence that could do harm. You are allowed to not like me. You are allowed to think whatever you want to think of me. Your opinion is yours. You're allowed to do it. If you want to be racist, you know what? I was going to say something that wasn't nice. You can do whatever you want to do. However, but when it comes down to you affecting me in my life, you're intruding my lifestyle, my comfortable space. You are threatening my life or my livelihood. You are deliberately doing things to cause harm to me, whether it's to personal property or to my food. That's where it's a problem. Like, you should be able to respect the fact that you don't like me and function normally. And that may be, too much to ask, but I think people need to get off of this. Like, oh, once racism, we're not going to get rid of racism, but we need to understand that we're going to be different. You're not going to like me. I'm not going to like you, but we're going to have to learn to be respectable in this world. And that's how you get somewhere, and you move along and get along because you respect each other.
Very good point. Oh,
hey, Miss Lynn, I saw Miss Lynn out there too.
Yeah, Miss Lynn. Hey, I'm gonna post. Let me pop up Miss Lynn. She says the kingdom of heaven is not segregated.
That's right, Miss Lynn.
That is right. That is right. Now, Lana, she just asked a question.
That's right.
She said, well, some white men are finally dating and marrying black women proudly. Do you think interracial dating will change much in the community? For instance, Serena Williams and many other celebrities. If I may. And I want to throw this out here. And I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, please, at the round table, we all come around, we chit chat, we gather, and we learn. But here's the thing. For example, Serena and many other celebrities, one of the things that we have to take in consideration is many celebrities that are doing that they're on a larger plateau than some of the individuals that are here. They travel the world, where out throughout the world, in certain countries and stuff, they look at us as backwards, and we can't handle what's going on in our political realm or within our own homes and things of that nature. But for an African American male and a white female, or vice versa, walking down the streets of Paris, it's really no issue, because they think broader. And I think here is where we have an issue.
They
Not
are
per se,
very
but
prejudiced over in Paris, though. I'm just
kind of,
they
sort
are.
of. But you have to look at it too. When the World War II, there were many children that was out of wedlock amongst African Americans and the residents that were there. And if you look at many other countries and such where that occurred, many of their children are on a certain level. They learn multiple languages. They go to college at 12 and things of that nature. So they're the ones that have ushered in a more of an understanding. Here in the United States, it's totally different, because the sins of the father sometimes come down on the son, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It,
interracial dating is a touchy subject. My oldest daughter is in an interracial relationship, and you know, I always just make sure that you remember who you are, you know, and it's okay to introduce your partner into your life and your background. I'm not against interracial dating at all. Before being married, I didn't just date black guys, but um, I think that when it comes to having people say, it's going to change or it's going to harm, love is love. And I taught my daughters that you want somebody who is going to love you no matter what rapper they're in. It's about what's in the inside.
exactly. But it's unfortunate though that some of the we have to be real, because we're going to be open right here and now and stuff. Unfortunately, some of the households that are here in the States, we just don't know what they teach. Like my sons, each one of my sons have the opportunity to date whoever they want to. And and my oldest has, and I tell them, love is colorblind. You love who you love. It don't matter. She
Right.
could be blue black, or she can come in and be lily white. It does not matter. If you love them and you know in your spirit that God has blessed you with that person, that's what matters. But unfortunately, in other households and other individuals, it's sad, but some people still look at us as
It's
inferior,
forbidden.
3/4,
Like
and yeah, it's like nah,
forbidden.
yeah, yeah. It
Mm.
is sad. Well, their topics are come. Oh man, they just chiming in. Thank y'all for
Atlanta,
joining us.
it is changing.
Oh,
Because you have so much other stuff happening, but it's still not openly accepted. But it is changing. You're right.
Yeah, it's definitely different than what it was in the 40s and stuff, when you
yeah,
had to hide and you know.
yeah. I think
Oh
that you also see it more so prevalent now in marketing too. I don't know if you've been noticing a lot on many commercials now. You actually
yes,
seeing
Yeah.
more mixed couples on advertising things. So
Yes.
yeah,
That's
it's
that nice
definitely changing.
hybrid. A money.
yeah. Good point. Very
That's
good
Yeah.
that
point.
nice hybrid where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, we gotta embrace, black money, black culture. So we're gonna put them with, you know, a white woman or a white man or someone who may be Italian or, but
hmm
I still have an issue because I can't see my black king, black queen be just as successful driving Lexuses and surprising their wives on Valentine's Day and, buying homes and going on vacations and
I I will I will disagree with that, Melissa. And you can see that, but the ironic thing and the irony to that is that it's only done on
oh, BET.
certain stations like
BET and
BET. Yeah,
Aspire.
exactly. But yes, you don't. But you can't find that on any other mainstream television though,
So
which is
there's
kind
always
of
two
which is
commercials.
ironic.
It's two commercials. There's two commercials. There's the one for
hmm
mainstream, and then there's the one for the people who spend the money, which is us. So yeah, and they still take your money, and they still don't put you on CBS, NBC, ABC.
Mhm.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
That
same
kind
thing
of
with
leads
on his.
into another topic.
Mhm.
I mean, think about it. Well, no, I ain't gonna say anything about it yet. Y'all keep going on. Hey, Papa Jeffrey, what's going on? The inside of what counts. Thank you for
That's my
sharing
little
that.
bro. Hey,
Yeah.
Right.
PJ.
That's right. That's all. That's all that matters. The inside.
Lance say you gotta teach him how to make gumbo.
Oh, there's so many ways we can go with that.
Mhm.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, you know what? I want to play devil's advocate. Ooh, Charlie Twos. Good word. Good word. Very true.
Uh-huh.
Now, and Melissa kind of brought it up in regards to not seeing someone just as successful of African American descent buying Lexuses and such. And you said you disagree. Now let me just go ahead and stir it a little bit more. Because the irony is, remember all the shows that used to come out that used to show African Americans in such a prominent light back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Different World,
Mm-hmm.
Cosby Show,
Mm-hmm. Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince,
Full in the house.
In the House, Sinbad.
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Sinbad. My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not ironic? And I'm just throwing it out here. I got to stir it up. I got to throw it out here. The irony is that those shows have been gone. They're gone. You know, we don't see them anymore unless you go over here, you get on Hulu and you binge watch a whole bunch of them, or maybe you catch some on TBS or whatever the case may be. But all those shows have gone. And I think the only one that really stands out there that's really cool like that is Blackish. But if you want to see a whole bunch of sisters get together that got money and they're going to fight over each other and they're going to throw drinks on each other and then they're going to go on trips and then they're going to go over here, I got them for you. What happened? Family, tell me what happened. How do we go from a successful lawyer and gynecologist raising kids and taking on kids, and then when kids leave and then they come back and he helped raise the grandkids and stuff, how do we go from that to you got a whole bunch of sisters that are just enjoying themselves overseas, and all of a sudden a fight breaks out and they throwing drinks at each other and they going home and they say they're not coming back next season, and then you see them again? I don't understand.
Can't do it. I'm so tired and so insulted that if I see another tattoo, hip hop, basketball, or whatever sport wives, that is all that we are good for, it is insulting. As a Black woman, it is insulting.
Or
I
go
think
ahead, go ahead.
I think that those TV shows are out there still, believe it or not. And the unfortunate thing about it, though, again, like me and Melissa were talking about, it's not mainstream. For instance, if you were to go on Bounce, which I don't have, but I done read some of Bounce lineups, they got plenty of Black sitcoms out there, new stuff, positive stuff I've been reading on. But being that it's so limited as far as being able to assess those particular shows, a lot of people don't even know about it.
True.
Yeah. Or
But
they're in the streaming channels now too, Adrian.
Yep.
Exactly.
This is very true.
I guess my question would be, why isn't it more mainstream?
Oh, okay. Let me throw in this. Let me throw this in here because somebody else is stirring the pot. So y'all hold on with your comments. I gotta throw this one in real quick. Lana just commented about, I think Black women will be the best influencers of destroying racism besides our children in sports. To a certain extent, kind of goes into what we're talking about now as far as how they're portraying themselves on I ain't gonna say the name of the show. I'm not gonna do it. So Charlie 2 said, let's not forget we wanted our own because we weren't represented. So yeah, I agree to disagree.
Because you're still fueling the mainstream channels when you're not buying those subscriptions for the streaming Black platforms. Like, you're not doing it. You're not out here doing it. You're not buying it. You're not supporting it. You're not viewing it. It's just like whatever. You Netflix down, but I mean, are you now streaming the other ones too?
I totally agree with what Charlie's saying. I think my take on it though is that it's not as advertised as what it should be. I mean, it's very limited on. I mean, you almost have to do research on finding these particular shows. They're out there, but it's limited. I don't have a problem with them being on black TV at all. Not at all. But on the same token, too, I think that the exposure that we're left with is hampering it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Lynn, in regards to that question, he better pray. He better pray. Because I'm gonna tell you,
Uh,
the doctor gonna do what he gonna do. It's up to
yes,
you. Well,
whether
it's
you
up to
want to
him
accept
rather.
it. Hmm.
Whether you want to accept it or not, you ask for a blessing.
That's
The
a good.
rapper may
That's
be a bit dark.
That was a
yeah.
real life experience for me, guys, when I was in the medical
Mm-mm.
field, for those who didn't know. And I was working in the emergency room. And we had a gentleman who was in a car accident. And he had lacerations all inside his face, all on his
Mm.
arm, across his chest. And we go in and start working on him. You can smell the alcohol coming from him. And, I was a phlebotomist, worked in that special IV team. So, I'm trying to get an IV started.
Mm.
He's like in and out of consciousness. He sees, me. He sees one of my other coworkers that was white. And he's like, why can't you do it? Why can't you do it? And I immediately step back
Mm.
because I don't want him to get, further agitated. And, she was like, you better let her do it. Like, she's the best that we have. Like, you need to let her do it. And he's just like, well, using profanity and you better not mess me up. If you do, I'm going to do this, da da da, whatever, whatever. And I did my job because regardless to what it is that he feels and regardless to what it is that he is saying, he never refused treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a job to do and I did it. And so I did ask my charge nurse, if, I could avoid it since the IV was started and I didn't have to do anything. And she told me, she said, no. She said, you're going to go back in there and you're going to check on him. She said, because if you don't, he wins.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Good point. Wow. Wow. Very true, Charlie. Very true.
Hmm.
Very true. Oh man, the comments are coming in. Here's the thing, internet. Okay, so Terry just said interracial marriages are great. However, are you guys equal in that? For example, if you are in your home singing along to a song that contains the N word, is your non-black spouse allowed to join in? Oh my goodness. That
No. And that's stuff that you should
Oh,
have
that's
established before you got married. You should have established that before you got married. Or you wind up having the case like we got with the young queen that got choked out, and the dude thought the Seahawk guy thought she was dead, and he was eating cereal or whatever he
mm-mm,
was eating
mm-mm.
while she was laying there. I mean, this is what happens when you don't establish boundaries.
Trav Perry said the feminist and alphabet movement destroyed family structure and gender roles. Whoa. Ooh wee. Man, you came in with a topic. We got 20 minutes left. Man, but that's a good one. Boy, that's a good one.
yeah.
Hold on, we're gonna put this right here. We're gonna come back to that one. If y'all want to jump in on that one. Yeah, we're gonna put it right over here. Oh, Charlie, this is true.
I bet you have, Charlie.
Oh man. Ooh. She brought it up. Ooh.
Yeah, that's something else right there.
Ooh, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier in regards to Melissa just said it. She said, we just as bad, pulling the black
That's
card.
bad. Yeah. Yeah,
Pull the black card.
so you really understand. Do you really understand? Because you may only be partially black or 20%, or you could be 100%, but you are fair skin or light skin. Your pigment, your melanin level is a little different than mine. Guess what? At the end of the day, you're black. And if you don't believe me, try doing something else. Because I am not. I am not. If you have a drop of black in you, you black. I don't care how much they give you that OJ Simpson juice, and they let you come in their house, and they let you live next to them, and they ask you out for golf, and they let you come to their son and their daughter's wedding, and they let you have the birthdays and this and the other. If they are biased, they're going to show you that they are biased. because you are going to be black to them. I don't care. I don't believe it. I just don't. And I know we have people in our family that's on here tonight that are not black. And I would never feel that they would do anything to harm me or my family or anybody that was loved ones with us. But at the end of the day, there are some of your people that, as long as they can get with you, they can use you, they can enjoy you, they can exploit you, they okay. As soon as they feel like you're on the same level or you're trying to be on the same level, they will remind you that you are
Hmm.
not. In their eyes, in their eyes.
Well, sir, I tell you what, love what you talk about Wednesday, boy. We get to see Charlie and Melissa, boy. They be like, wow, 1-2 punch, 2-piece with chicken. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. But that's a very good point, though, Melissa. That's a very good point. So I want to throw something out there because I think, okay, fam. So if y'all want to, the topic that Trav has, man, we would need time. We need time on that one.
We do.
We
Because
need
I got
time
a
on
lot
that
to
one.
say about that.
Yeah, we need time on that one. Trav, can
I
I
saw your eyes
ask you a
glowing
question?
when that came in.
Yeah, when that came, man, I was like, ooh, wait. Can we, Trav, quick question. Can we use that on another show and have you on it as well? Because I think that's good to hear. Trav is a musician, but he's also deep, like deep. And I think exactly, Trav. But that leads into another thing. Trav just mentioned this. He said, and I quote, my comment was to why you don't see the old Black family TV shows. That structure is outdated. Trav, we got to have you on. I want you. Okay. Oh, for real? Okay. Cool. We got to have him on in regards to that because I really want him to share that. And I think him and Melissa would go round for round, toe to toe, blow for blow. I think this would be a good one right here because both of them are deep. Oh, see, Bridget done came with one as well. Hey, Money, I hope you're writing these down because they dropping them.
Well,
like
we did a
bombs.
show on colorism a couple years ago.
Yep,
And we ran out of time because of you know, and when you talk to someone like Charlie, you talk to someone like myself, we have the same story. It's just different ends of the spectrum.
Oh, Charlie.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was interesting right there. We did say that we were gonna have to come back to that. So that's like 2 shows we're gonna have to have. And granted, people who y'all listening, we're not, it's not militant. It's just basically it's topics that are coming up that there's so many elephants in the room we can't get out sideways. So we want to definitely bring these things up. Yeah,
and colorism. There's colorism
in
the white community, and this is the part that people don't understand. I told y'all the story on the show where the lady told us or asked me, why do brown skinned Black women dislike lighter skin or fair skinned Black women? And I asked her, I said, well, why is it that brunette and brown eyed white women wear contacts and dye their hair blonde? I mean, I don't dislike any of my queens, but I'm not trying to bleach my skin to look like them. She shut up.
Man, there's another one. See, oh my goodness. See, this is what happens when you come off the cuff because then the people are actually dropping knowledge right now that they want to talk about. And that's what the People Podcast is all about. Oh, she's Charlie too.
I mean, elephants is safari.
Safari.
Wild Kingdom up in this month. Good point.
You get Lana about the DNA?
Yeah. We just brought up. She said, Lana just said DNA says all are Black. If you believe Eve was the first mother of mankind, just some more than others. So it is the color people see that makes the people decide who to like, and that's unfortunate. It is so sad.
It is. Did Miss Jenkins also bring up something about what's it? racism plus love. How they end racism, something to that extent. I think I saw.
Yeah, but I
Hmm.
missed what it said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can find it. So Miss Lynn said, when I was young, we watched black shows and never saw black or white. It's how you were raised. The media is what
Mhm.
set the pot.
Yep.
That's
And Miss
that's.
Lynn, working with you
Hmm.
on a personal level, I believe
Mm,
exactly how you were raised. I
yes,
believe it.
indeed.
Hmm.
Yes,
She
ma'am.
right. She is right. She is right.
Absolutely,
Here we go.
absolutely.
Fear plus the lack of love equals racism. So how do we remedy that? Wow.
Oh boy, y'all coming up with some deep ones tonight.
I'm telling you, I can't say the other P word, but I'll say this one. It's a of
Plethora.
plethora of topics that are coming up. Yes. That's all I
Yeah.
can say. Yes.
Because what you don't know, it always cause you to speculate. And because you
It
haven't
does.
been raised with the love of having acceptance and that inclusion, you're going to then start to isolate. Then you're going to start trying to pick things apart and pick people apart.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm,
Good point.
mm.
Very good
That
point.
might be the quote. That might be the quote of this evening, right there.
You think so? Because
It's
it's been a lot
possible.
of them. It's been a
Yeah, yeah,
plethora
she'll
of
be
them.
confident. I like that.
We have a few.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
had quite a bit. Man, I'm telling you, when
I
people
was
go back and
responding
watch
to that.
this
Mm-hmm.
with that one, oh wow,
Oh,
goodness gracious, make me
yes,
want to rub
Charlie.
my
Yes,
nappy head.
Charlie.
Goodness
That
gracious,
elephant got big tusk on the end of it with you right now, honey.
Mm-hmm.
that is a good topic. Hey, money.
Ooh, boy, we got a lot of them that we need to be touching. The people are saying what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
we're gonna certainly have to touch on some of these.
Bye,
definitely.
Terry.
Bye, Terry. Thank you for joining
Right
us this
there.
evening, babe. We appreciate you. Definitely appreciate it. What,
But I'm not
Charlie?
all black. But
What?
I
Mhm.
Hey, like she said, as long as you got that one, welcome to the
Charlie,
family.
I don't care. You're still my BBFF. I don't care if you have any black in you.
Oh man, I'm
That's the
telling you,
way it should be.
the levels that we can go. It is true, Miss Lynn. It is so
Well,
much
you
to
have to.
talk about.
Mhm. You have to
What
make
did you
sure
about to
you
say,
come
Agent?
back.
Bring your friends. Bring everybody. Let them come on.
Yeah,
Today, man.
because you know what? You know what? Everybody learns something when we have an open dialogue like this. I
Yeah.
mean, when you put yourself in different segments and you discuss what you think may be going on until you actually come together to have discussions like this, it'll never be any growth. So
And
Mm-hmm.
I
that
definitely
comes
enjoy these type of.
fear. That
Hmm.
equation, this is what takes away at least that part is the fear because when you have knowledge, you have knowledge and you have confidence. You can't be fearful.
All right, Miss Lynn. That's right. Miss Lynn
I
said my
always
DNA
knew it.
test says I've got black in our family.
I always knew it.
I
That's
knew it.
right. Mhm. Charlie too said, oh, "Okay, oh, I'm black all day. Trust that. My 100% strong." Well, you got 3 levels of it from us, man. You
Put
got
your
3 levels
cute
of it.
self. Put your cute self.
Yes, indeed. Loving that. Definitely loving that. Trap says classism is the makeup and mascara that covers America's bumpy face of racism. Boy, take that to
Boom.
the bank. Take that to drop.
Thank
Mic
you, Mr.
drop.
Perry.
Mic drop. I told you we need to have him on the show.
Thank
Trav,
you,
I've
Mr.
been
Perry.
telling you. Trav Perry is gonna be on our show and he's gonna drop some knowledge and we're gonna have a good time. I'm telling you, this brother right here be oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. So Charlie 2 said petty. Petty in capital letters is my favorite color. I hear you, sis. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing it and wear it well. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I swear I love Charlie.
Where's the white people? Go ahead.
Lynn said, "Where's
Tell,
the white
tell her,
people's
tell,
on
tell
him?"
her she just missed Lisa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you missed
yeah,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Lisa was here.
Yeah, love that. So Lana just said, "We are not as smart as we think. We need to ask the opinions of our children. Watch what happens. They have not been tainted. That's why it is so amazing when you talk to a young person.
Still pure.
We just saw
Hmm.
funny she even mentioned that. We just saw yesterday on Inside Edition when they were closing out the show. It was a little black boy, probably about 2 or 3 years old. He came up to a little white boy, and the
Mm-hmm.
first thing he said is, "What's wrong? Are you all right?" And then he looked and he said, "Do you need a
A
hug?" And the little
hug.
boy did like this, and he
Yes.
hugged him.
Yes.
Now let me fast forward this. Could you, Adrian? Adrian, man's man. Could you see yourself walking up to an older white gentleman and say, "What's wrong?"
No, no, no. You're not gonna give my brother that voice. No, you're not.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
My,
wrong.
my apologies.
That's
Let me.
wrong.
Hey man,
Thank you, Melissa.
what's wrong? You need a hug?
Uh, in that context, as 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 far as a question,
Hmm.
I can see myself doing that. Uh,
Okay.
it'll be a little different than how it played out with the children, but yes, I could.
I have
Okay.
witnessed this in our when we work together. I
Oh
have
my goodness.
witnessed Adrian
Mm.
be
Oh God.
like, "Hey, you all right? You okay?" He may not, go
Yeah.
up to him and be like, "You need me to give you a hug." However, Adrian has definitely because his kindness and his considerateness and his love of Christ
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
before anything else. Whether it is him being a man, being black, whatever, he is just a has a kind spirit. I've witnessed him say that to people, whether it was customers that came in or it
Hmm.
was coworkers from maybe on another side of the building. So I ain't saying he going around giving hugs, but he has extended out grace.
He has. He has. And that's one of the things I think that Lana was.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that, Melissa.
Yeah. She took care of it for you. But that's one of the things that Lana is talking about. Is interesting because she's saying we're not as smart as we think. Because it looks like over the years, we gain a particular part of culture that takes us from the innocence. And it's that young, the young babies when they do that. I'm glad she mentioned that because some of our young people could teach us some things. How they look at the world, even though some of them think they're invincible, but they have not been tainted by the things that have happened in the world. They have not been swayed or involved or hurt, because Lord knows many of us have been hurt by not only our own but others. Um, I think that's the reason why that she even mentioned that. Oh,
Yes.
I love
oh,
a hug. I love a good hug, Miss Jenkins. Woo!
mm-hmm.
That makes my day. Shouts
Now
out to Bridget Bartlett, Royal's son, Langston, my nephew. He gives our best good,
Yeah.
good, good hugs.
yeah, we 6 feet away now. Can't hug nobody. I ain't get a good old church hug no more. So sad. So sad. Oh, that's, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, Miss Lynn said we are loving people. We try, Miss Lynn.
We are.
We try. But don't get it twisted. Some of us,
And you know what?
you know.
And you know what? You too. You too. And you know what?
Hmm. Hmm.
Our viewers, we've been sci-fi fans. We been sci-fi fans, and speaking of what we were just now, it was this one. It was this one, and it made so much sense in the meaning as well as what it was playing out to be. And this statement said that the son becomes the father and the father becomes the son.
Mm.
Meaning, I mean, take it for what it's worth for what we were just now talking about. Sometimes you can learn a lot from a child,
Mm-hmm.
even though you're the adult in the room.
Yes, indeed.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes, indeed. You're so
True,
right.
true that. You're right,
Oh,
Melissa.
Lansing does give the best hugs, though. He loves his TT. Oh, we about to get emotional in the show now, y'all.
Yeah. We started off that way, we ended that way.
We
Yes,
ended
we
on
did.
that way. Yep.
We did.
Well, hugs to you guys and hugs to your families and your queens. Shout out to Renee and Tara. Thank you guys for allowing, my brothers to do this. Take an hour out their family time in their house to do this show. I appreciate you guys so much
Oh,
for letting them do that.
right back at
Yeah,
you, sis.
yeah.
Mr. Bartlett, Benjamin Bartlett himself allowing you to do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Both of y'all are very spiritual people. So it looks like we're nearing the time of where we it's about time for us to wrap it up. So what message would y'all give, a positive message that y'all would give the people, the viewers out there right now, to end the show?
Mm.
Mm. I'm going to quote my mama.
Oh, it's gonna be deep. Ooh,
it's,
deep. It's
it's
gonna be
really
deep and beautiful, because
Mm-hmm.
no. It's one of her.
Yes.
It's one of her saying. She says, "When everybody is acting like a fool, somebody got to act like they got some sense."
Ooh.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Just dropped another one. That's all right.
And
And that
another
makes
one.
plenty of sense too. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's a good one.
Man,
That's a good
that's a
one.
very good one. That's a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what could one say? I mean, in spite of, that's kind of deep. I don't know how to follow up after Mel did that. That's, and that's the one thing, because our parents used to drop stuff on us and we never understood it until way later. It come back up
Yes.
into your spirit and you be like, and it's something that clicks and you see and you be like, that's what they were talking about. And I think that's the biggest thing. Oh
Absolutely.
Lord, not Lana. I'm tripping off of Charlie. She said amen. But Charlie said, usually not me. She said, they laugh out loud. I'm foolish. Boy, I tell you, you know what, Charlie? We're gonna have to do we're gonna have to do a what you talking about Wednesday, have Charlie on here. Just let her just in person, just go ahead. Charlie, you're not hot headed. No, not you. Say it ain't so, sis.
That's why she's my VBFF. Hello.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried. I tried. That, you know what? Dang, traveling. Dang.
That's it, Trap.
Yeah.
And Trap, my daughters and I talked about the jealousy between mothers and daughters, just to piggyback on what you just said. And I didn't believe that it was a true thing, but I they showed me some videos and talked about some situations with their friends.
Mm.
Why are you jealous that you raised your child to be better than you?
Wow.
It's true that.
That's deep.
True that.
I'm gonna have to go back. Real deep.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this show all over again. I mean, it's just
it's a deep show.
And drop. Yes.
It's a very deep show. Yeah. I think closing. I think this has been Charlie just brought it up as well. She said, "Thank God for therapy," but I think this is therapeutic. I think when we get the opportunity to congregate wherever we are, whether it be in the confines of our homes, over Zoom, whatever the case may be, and we get to share, we actually allowed ourselves the opportunity to look at different perceptions. Mm-hmm. Because many times, many of us go through life and we think it's just one way. And I'll leave you with this. And it's kind of interesting because somebody said this many years ago, whatever sort. There's a reason why a tree does not grow straight up. A tree grows and there's branches going outward and there's roots going outward as well. And that's to maximize, to catch every sunlight and to soak up every bit of rain. Many of us walk through life and we just think it's just like this. But if we open ourselves, we have the opportunity to grasp as much sunlight and to soak up so much rain in us. And when they said that, I was like, wow. And I think this show has allowed us, all of us, to be able to do this. Oh, Charlie. We can't wait to have you on here again, sis. We really can't.
Exactly.
We really can't.
Exactly.
We really can't. So, family, with that being said, next week, same bat time, same bat channel here on At the Round Table Podcast Show, 6 o'clock. If you get a chance, please share this with people because we're really trying to grow the numbers and bring more positive to everyone and let the table expand. And we have been blessed with being able to be on the podcast channels. Check us out on Google. Check us out on Spotify. We will be on Apple Podcasts very soon. We're on Spreaker. We're on Breaker. We're branching out. And if you get a chance, tell people about it on YouTube because we need YouTube people to come on in as well. Come on and sit at the table. And with that being said, I'm about to be out, family.
I'm out.
Hey, money.
Love, peace, and happiness.
Boy, he done threw up the finger, sis. You see that? Did you see that? That's that old school right there.
I thought he was going to say love, peace, and hair grease. But, I thought he had dialed back, but he said happiness.
He did that, boy. Hey, if he would have broke out with a Don Cornelius, I would have been done. I would have cut off right now.
Yeah, I was silly.
Oh, man. I love these guys. I swear I do. All right, family. We will check y'all out once again next week. Stay tuned. We will let you know. Oh, you two, y'all are too much like twins, separated at birth or something.
Yeah.
But y'all heard it first right here. Thank y'all for joining us, man. We will catch y'all again. Share this, please. Again, it's all about the numbers because we're trying to reach out to everybody and touch somebody. Peace.